Okay, I'm recording now. Hello, everybody. Yeah, this is a fun little concept where I have fully stolen it from Brian David Gilbert, and I am gonna sit here. I'm gonna make a thing for the next couple hours, and yeah, should be a chill time for everyone to hang out, listen to me babble, and probably swear quite a lot. Then yeah, I'll be here. Um, this is a new thing, so a little bit of housekeeping. I might do these on Fridays. I might do them on Wednesdays. This is just how the week is lined up, and it's going to be sitting down, doing 3 hours on just making a thing, and sorry, I'm just going to also move my volumes around because I've got music playing that you guys can't hear that is surprisingly loud and makes it quite hard to talk. That is literally as low as it'll go. So we'll be doing this once a week, and basically I'm going to sit here, I'm going to make a thing. It might be game development, as we're going to do today. It might be some writing. It might be... I might start working in Blender, attempting that. Fuck it, who knows. Oh, excuse me. And if I'm too fried to try doing anything creative, I'll probably be sitting here playing Kingdom Hearts, because that's how I recover. And yeah, so I might have Chris with me at some point. I'm not having him tonight because he's ended up very busy, poor boy. But yeah, this is just a very chill time, very calm, and I'm gonna try and work with something. Because, hey, if you have been near me for more than 5 seconds, you might know that I am a game developer. Professionally. It's what I studied at university. It's what I am currently trying to do for money, because, good God, getting funding for a startup company is hard. So I figured most of my job has been paperwork and like design documents and writing for a lot of stuff. So I've kind of fallen a little bit out of the nuts and bolts of game development. So, especially with this, because I have not touched the Unreal Engine since my second year of university, which was 7 years ago. And that was Unreal 4. This is now Unreal 5. I'm a whole fucking generation on. So, do not, under any circumstance, think this is a tutorial. This is definitely not a tutorial. Under no circumstance. I'm not trying to teach anybody something. I'm just trying to teach me. If you learned something on the side, great. But I do not know what I'm doing, so I am going to make it up as I go. It should be fun. What we're working on here today is a little thing that I have kind of been gently kicking away at for a little while. None of this is mine, by the way. This is all the default stuff that you get when you start up a third-person project in Unreal. I've tinkered with it a little to get a character view and get my top-down wireframe, because what I'm going to try and do as a little creative endeavor is remake one of my projects from university, which was originally made in Unity, but we're not touching Unity anymore because, hey, I know they walked all that shit back, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them no more. So I'm gonna try and learn Unreal. It's been 7 years since I've touched Unreal, and I didn't like it when I did. So we're gonna try this. Prepare for floundering. But yeah, I made this project back in university. I thought it was a really cool little gameplay loop, and I want to build it. It is basically... Whoop. I love these camera controls, they're great. Basically, the concept is a top-down stealth game, dedicated stealth game, crossed with Snake. The classic kind of arcade phone game where you would go around, pick up bits and your tail will get longer. So the idea is that we're going to be running around in a top-down environment like this, trying to capture the dudes that are like patrolling around, none of which are in yet, and deposit them in wherever and get big points. I've got like a vague idea for a story, which, I might sit and write on these streams. Fuck it, I can do whatever I like. It's my stream. And that can be fun. But yeah, so basically all I've done is I've taken the standard third-person controller that comes with the third-person Unreal. I've gotten rid of the jumping and positioned a camera overhead. Unfortunately, I haven't locked the camera because I don't know how to do that yet. So it's still bouncing about. Again, my experience with the... Let's forget I did that. My experience with the Unreal Engine is limited. So we're kind of fucking around here. Especially since... Right, I have the blueprints open. I discovered in my earlier tinkering, so I wouldn't look like a complete... I'm not doing a flip. Now, you want to flip? There. Fun little thing. The feature that I found the most useful in Unity when doing code, doesn't seem to exist here. I can't comment out blueprints. I can't just turn them off. Which is great. I can't just excise them and then test something without them, which is going to be really great because I said I was going to do this with blueprints and not C++ code. And I am already regretting that. But you know what? I've started digging this hole. Let's just keep going further and further down. The most I've ever seen is basically take a blueprint and just disconnect it. Just break that link. And hopefully that will do the thing. Oh, that has actually just fully done the thing. Okay. Because that's the thing is you don't want to go randomly running around and deleting blueprints. Because, you might need them later. Just being able to turn off a little bit and then go and then be like, all right, I need that back. Let's see what it looks like with that. It's really, really useful for testing. And it seems that the blueprint version of that is just turn off the trigger, I guess, which is going to be really fun when we're not doing triggered events. Right. I'm already having camera issues when it comes up against solid objects that are taller than it. So I should probably go in and move that around. I did that before. How did I do that? I think I did it here. Yes, I did it here. Yes! Show me the follow camera. No, show me that follow camera. Yeah. Yeah, this guy. Okay, now. So, literally, it is just default Unreal person who is looking more feminine these days. Good for them. And there's just a fucking camera pointing down, so I'm going to zoom that up a bit. And hope that behaves itself a bit better and doesn't look too shite. That's probably good, because you're going to want... This is a stealth game, so you're probably going to want a lot of visibility. Like, you're going to be able to go boom. And you're going to be able to, hide here and see the guy walking along... I don't know, I'm pointing at the screen. Walking along the thing. So that's probably best. Oh. There's a little judder. How did that happen? Did that only happen the first time? Is the camera now higher? Interesting. Okay. Are we having some problems with edge geometry? Do you have a problem when I turn direction quickly? Interesting. Thing is, this is the default Unreal third-person controller, so I didn't build this shit. So I don't quite know what the details are. There's probably a lot of stuff going on in here that I have no idea about. Like there's freaking values for swimming speed in this motherfucker somewhere, and it's like we're not doing that. So was that interesting? I'm guessing that's probably just animation stuff, and they've included default swimming animations. So, fuck it. So, I am coming in. Let's remain tidy. I am coming into this with a very kind of generalized plan. I kind of just wanted to get the camera and the player working, and I seem to have gotten that working before the stream. So we're gonna sit here for the next 3 hours and do nothing. No, never know. So the next thing is probably create a dude that... Oh, it's auto-saving. Create a dude that will wander back and forth and maybe see us. Which means that we're probably gonna have to deal with raycasting, which is really fun. Love raycasting. It totally doesn't make me want to tear my fucking hair out. Because I remember this was one of the biggest problems I had in the Unity version, which was fully 2D, because now we're dealing with 3D physics. One of the biggest problems I had in the Unity version was creating an actual, not just a visible, but like a workable visibility cone. I got it working, but it was janky as fuck. To give them a limit. So we're going to try and get that to work. So I suppose what we do is we go... I need to... No, I need to create an actor. No, that's what I need to do. Add an actor. So let's create a character. Put them there. Yes, put them here. Let's rename this. Whenever you are doing game development and you are doing object-oriented stuff, rename all your shit. Make sure that you name it in a way that is going to be very easy to find later. Let's go with basic enemy. I'm a firm believer in camel case as your method of thing. Right, so let's go... So is that dude there, or is he... Okay, he's not there. Okay, so there should be a dude here, and he's not here. Okay. Did he come with a mesh? He should have done. So let's just... Okay, I'm just going to put this real close to the player character and hit go and see if it actually does create a... Okay, so it doesn't actually create a thing. Where is basic enemy? Basic enemy, show me your... Interesting. So he's there. Okay. So he's dead. Okay, so that's... So it's not got a mesh or a model attached to it, so we can't see it. Right. Things to do. Oh, there's two of them. Why are there two of them? Oh, that's me. No, one of them's me. That's why. One of them is the player character. Okay, so does it need... Right, because we've got this player star here. Does that need to be a spawn location? So does he need a spawn location? Wait a fucking second. How high in the air is this thing? Oh no, it's on ground level. Okay, so it is on ground level. It's definitely not falling through the floor. Yeah. Like, it's there. It is there. In fact, I think it's actually higher in the air. Okay. 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 So, we need a mesh component. Why is his mesh over there? Yeah, where the fuck's his mesh over there? What the fuck? Zero. Zero. His collision component. His collision component's in the right place as well. So, fun thing. If you're ever... I know that I said this wasn't a tutorial, but I'm going to talk about some game dev stuff anyway. From hopefully to people who know fuck all about it. If you're ever having a problem with an object that is childed to another object, and in terms of its spatial positioning, just take the child object, set all of its location to 0, and it will immediately just zip to where the parent is, and you can manipulate it from there, which get things easier. Okay. Alright. So. Player character has same collision and the same mesh. It has the same movement setup. Okay. Let's get this up. Okay, events graph, please. Show me the event graph, please. Okay, I want this to remain... I want the camera to remain static, so I'm just going to kill that. This is all the movement stuff. I like that, because it absolutely does what it wants. Fun thing, Unreal has like a template for a top-down thing, but all the movement is like click on the narration, very Divinity Sin, Baldur's Gate 3 kind of movement. And I do not want that, because that is shite if you're doing a stealth game. You need to be able to quickly slam on a key to jump back into cover as some twat comes patrolling around with nothing but a flashlight and designs in your legs. Right. Okay, so that's this. That's the blueprint that is attached to... That is the blueprint that is attached to the character. So what the fuck is attached to... Oh, for fuck's sake. What is attached to this guy? What does that mean? Right. Okay, I may have gone a bit over the top by making that a character. So I'm just going to take that and kill it. And instead, we are going to bring in just a simple basic actor, which contains essentially nothing. You're an actor. You have basically essentially nothing. You need Okay, normally, again, in Unity, I would just be like, right, add component, rigid body, colliders, etc. I need to find out where that is. If there's anybody watching who knows, that would be very helpful knowledge. Because otherwise, a lot of this is going to end up being me just chucking in... yeah, done your application. Collision. Okay. You do not have a collision mesh, though. You do not have a collision mesh, my son. You require a collision mesh. Do you require a collision mesh? Nav mesh. Fucking... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with fucking nav meshes. I've never done nav meshes before, so that's gonna be a fun one. It does look like there's a lot of pre-made useful things here, so that's handy. Actor, lights, cinematic shapes, media, geometry, volumes, audio blocking, camera. I need a... Okay. Right, again, that's a physical object in the world. So if I go physics volume there, and then I parent that to the... Right, so you can't attack... So that's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. You need a collider. How the hell am I... How the... I mean, trigger boxes, very useful. Those will come in very handy later when we do the... Have the enemies pursue you and fucking capture your ass. But... Yeah. See what it is. Visibility, snapping, pivots. Okay. Well, we do the eternal thing where we just go, right, what's the fucking... go to Google and be like, what the fuck am I doing? The greatest tool any programmer or developer can use is Google. Seriously, how do I do this? Right, is it... Okay. Okay. That's Discord, not Twitch. That's Twitch. Right, interesting. So, do I... Unity Blueprint class of an actor. Let's put this in characters. And I'll just for now name it enemy AI _1. Because I am planning to... Okay. I'm starting to remember things. I'm not... Shit. He says, immediately fucking it up. Because that is our center of it. And then this is what we're looking for. Okay. It's not as disabled and not we call it drag pins off the build functionality. Okay. So we have our 3 major things. which are event begin play, which means it'll happen as soon as we hit play. The event tick, which happens when every tick, which is not every second, it's every frame. And then the begin overlap, which is what do we do when this thing overlaps another actor? Okay. Now, we go off here and we go collision. Show me a collision. Oh man, there's a lot going on here. Okay. So I can't create component. Alright, okay, hang on. Right, I'm gonna go and have a look at that other one that we had open. Is this okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of deconstruction here. Because I don't understand what the fuck's going on. So we're just gonna jump in and make sure that I understand what the fuck's going on. So we start here. This casts to the player controller class. Okay, and we get the controller, which is the entity that this is connected to. Okay. Oh shit. Nope. Okay, that's big and cody and complicated. And is immediately crashing. Okay, there's a lot of code in there. That's very complicated stuff. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got the movement input, and we've got our... Okay. Okay, so none of this is creating components or collisions. Okay, so this would add variables and sections, not components. This is components. Right, okay. We have a component. I'm going to make this a floating sphere. I'm going to call it body for now. Which means we're also going to give it a... we are going to give it a sphere collider. Okay. Collider _1. Okay. So this thing is a sphere. I'm not going to bother with giving it a fresh and fancy material at the moment because we are going to eventually swap this out for a dude that does a thing. That might be a later stream where I sit on Blender and basically build robots, because I have basically the theory I have for this game is you are playing as a hang on a second, can you just you're playing as a repo man. Basically there's this, we're in the future, a company hires out robots for various reasons, and a bunch of people have defaulted on their loans, and it's your job to go in and reclaim the robots. But if the robots see you, then they'll try and kill you, so you gotta sneak up on them, collect them, and bring it back. It's a neat little gameplay loop, and when I first came up with it, a friend of mine went on the internet and found me a really cool little 8-bit version of Blue Oyster Cult's Don't Fear the Reaper, and it just played in the background constantly. It was great because I fucking love that song. Okay, sorry. I'm looking at colliders. Category collision. Okay, what happens when I... Let's just go with 1. Okay, so that does need to be scaled up. That does need to be scaled up so that it hits I'm going to put it just outside the body. So that... Oh, Jesus. I wouldn't give for slow cam. So it just looks okay. One thing I will do first, before I do any of this, is there's this actor. Okay, we have attached... We have attached this. We haven't attached... This isn't actually attached yet. Because this is just a blueprint class. So I've saved that. Okay, so do I have another... Do I have an enemy AI1 thing in here? Or am I going to attach this to act? Okay, so this is going to be... enemy underscore 1. And... okay, I can't add existing... I can't seem to add the existing blueprint class. That's fun. Let's turn that off. Okay. Okay, that's a fun one. Can I click it? Oh, no. Okay, can I attach... How do I attach... Because if I can't work out how to attach the blueprint to the object, this is going to be useless. Okay. Layers, transform. Okay, none of that's useful. All right. Property matrices, documentation. I want to add... I want to attach a blueprint class to it. Or do I just go in and start editing this? No. Once again, I'm trying not to touch Visual Studio. Because all this. It's all this. It's nuts. And Visual Studio is a bad IDE, but it's the one I have installed, so please don't judge me. Okay, so I can't attach shit there. Oh, we've got actual AI programming here stuff. Oh, I am not doing that. But we do have the add components here. So I can just build onto this. So I can just give it... I can give it the sphere. Let's just call it sphere. And then we can add a collision mesh. A sphere collision onto that. No, we're going to rename that to sphere collider underscore 1. Okay, the sphere. Oh, okay, we were already out the... Oh, we were already inside it. Whoopsies. I keep doing that. I keep hitting Q when I mean to hit A. Okay, so sphere. Let's just expand. Expand the sphere. That is fully not comparable to our... Actually, that's... no, actually, that's pretty comparable to the size of our character. Like, if I just go play... Yeah, there's a sphere here. With a collider. Like, I can collide with it. Because if we don't do that, you just walk straight through the fucker. Okay. I am actually gonna shrink that a little bit. Just a skosh. Just a wee skosh. just bring it down a bit. So yeah, it's basically we're doing floating spheres because fuck it, we're doing floating spheres. Okay, so what happens if I give it physics? What happens when I give it kinematics? Okay. My theory is you should be able to... Yep. Nothing happens. But also, what the fuck am I hitting? What the fuck am I hitting there? That's a solid object I'm walking into there. Okay. What are the... Okay, I'm just going to turn those off, because clearly something is complaining. Okay, so the sphere collider is there. The fuck was I running into? Fuck knows. Yeah, let's just turn off the physics. Let's just not bother with the physics for a minute. Just don't touch it. Just don't touch the fucking physics. Just don't fucking touch the physics. Right, so, thing exists, it has meshes, it has a mesh, and it has a collider. Still doesn't bring us to the point where I can attach a blueprint class to it, because what you do there is you convert it. You're watching me realize things and remember things in real time. Yeah. Okay, so convert selection to blueprint class. Yeah, parent class is just going to be actor. Because we need to be able to get all the inherent properties of it being an actor, which will be, you know, a whole thing. And yes, we are doing a new subclass. This is like the arguments when you inherited from selected. That should work. I need to open. I'm just gonna open my little content drawer. Okay, we need to fucking sort this. So third person blueprints. Now I'm home. This is a lot more what I remember. Okay, I'm gonna start using that. Okay. So we're just gonna take the enemy AI class. So yeah, or yeah, we could just take the enemy AI class and fucking attach it to. No, because you just bring it into the world and get it, and it exists and does the thing and behaves the same way. Right. Okay. I've worked it out. I'm gonna start all that shit again and do it properly this time. So we're gonna go into content drawer. We are gonna go into blueprints. We are gonna create a new folder, which is gonna be called enemies. Or you know what? I'm gonna go with my original, my old-fashioned folder classification, which is going to be, we have the good, we good, which is going to be like player characters and helpful stuff. We have the bad, which is, you know, your enemies, and of course the ugly, which is just there for basically it's a misc. It's a misc function. But we're going to go into the bad, and we're going to create a new blueprint class. This is going to be an actor. It is going to be enemy AI_1. And then we start again with the sphere bullshit, because I knew I was on the right track. I'm just kind of floundering around here, very much teaching myself as we go. I'm impressed that I've only had to look up one thing and not gone into a huge fucking Stack Overflow dive. So, components, add, give me a sphere. Which we will refer to as buddy. Ooh, spine. Ooh, other spine. And then give me another component, which is going to be a sphere collider, sphere collision, which we shall call sphere collider_1. Okay. Which we will then sphere collider, which we will then scale. Scale. That's interesting. So, okay, that happens there. Okay, now you let me scale you. Oh, no, I'm scaling it down, Okay, so we're getting it there so that we can have collisions happen just as something hits it. That is a bit snappy, so I might twist that later and make it look a little better. But yeah, we have a ball. It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have a robot arms or whatever, but it is what it is. And it's workable because it has a body, it has an event graph. Okay. This can work. We could do this. First thing first. I'm gonna slip. This keeps zooming in every time I hit play, and this keeping it because it's like a wireframe top-down view of the entire thing, and being able to do that for development is very useful. So we're gonna take our content drawer, enemy AI. I'm gonna put him here. We're just gonna bump him up. Okay, so if I take that and I take this, I go in the viewport, and I take the body, and I scale that motherfucker up. Boop, boop, boop. And then save. That should theoretically have translated. Hey, it's bigger now. Because it is a pain in the arse to understand actual scale in here. Because it is a great big grey void. Magic. Okay, so I've done that. Now I want to get it to move. Okay. So if I can get it moving back and forth, then I will count that as a victory for today. If I can get it moving back and forth. It's not even been an hour, Jesus. If I can get the bugger moving back and forth and get him... Maybe if I can get him to kill the player when they touch it, that'll be good. I can just put in a cancel out of editor rather than an actual kill function at the moment, because actual game over functions will take me a minute. So I'm going to do something like that, yeah. I made a ball. Right, so now I go down the Google rabbit hole and be like, alright, what the fuck do we do? Character movement UE5. Okay. Yeah. When you're teaching yourself a game development tool, one of the things you're going to end up doing is spending a lot of time sitting on YouTube watching tutorials. Okay, so I'm going to pause my music and I'm going to attempt to look at this one and then look at the actual Unreal 5 documentation. So also, anyone who makes these tutorials and includes proper chapters in your video, thank you, you're great. Okay. Now that's inputs, but I'm trying to do this without inputs. You can't hear any of this because I'm blanking it out in case people complain. So this is somebody who's creating, right. Okay, this is somebody who's making a first-person tutorial. Not quite what I'm after, because this is all... camera movement. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. Can I try... Let's see... NP... BC movement. V5. Yes! Somebody has a tutorial that is exactly what I'm looking for. Which is NPC patrol paths. Because here's the thing. There is nothing new under the sun. Every little bit of game development you want to do, someone's already done it. They haven't put all the bits together into the thing you want to do, but all the little individual bits are there, and people have done them before. So it's really, really good for... Like, if you want to just go and find out, like, one of the main skills is taking the big problem of, I want to make the game that does this, and then breaking it down to the little bits of, okay, what does that bit mean? What does that do? What is X, Y, and Z? So, yeah. Okay, so some of this is going to be me. Okay, I'm not going on to Mixamo to get animations just yet. We're not doing that just yet. I'm not getting bogged down with animation components. Okay, so that's him putting in meshes, downloading an animation off Mixamo, and we're good there. Create a character that is dude, give it to mesh. Okay. So it's him being placed and animating in place, that's fine. Okay, so he's doing... Okay, so... Okay, right. So we've got a... So we do have an AI move to function. Right, okay. I'm going to keep these, but they'll be used in other places. So I'm going to put them over here. One of the big things with Unreal is blueprints and spaghetti code. So the key is to... Oh, God, how is it you make comments? Because I know you can do it. Great comment from selection. Hey, there it is. So this is gonna... Normally comments are just like, okay, here's a little thing. Always comment your code. I'm just going to put it here as might use later. I may not have been a great programmer. I don't think I was ever a great programmer. But I was damn good at making sure the comments were properly there. Because I suffered enough times from making a thing, going back in and not understanding any of it, and having to restart it because I was like, I made this! I don't fucking remember any of it. Okay. So, we have a bunch of AI functions. We have an AI move to. So, what we can do is... This is probably not what we're looking for, because this is going to be... okay, destination. Right, because what I can probably make here is... Okay, so I can't make... Right, that's probably going to be really useful for when we get... the point where the player is being chased. So what we can probably do is... Once we get the overlap with whatever our sight is, or whatever it is we're using to detect a collision at that point, because hopefully have found a better function by then. We can run this AI move to, and it'll be run to whoever you've seen. And that'll be it. So, yeah, this is probably not what I'm looking for just now, but I'm very glad that it's there. But I am going to put it in the might use later. I get the feeling that this particular comment space is going to be big, healthy, and well used. That's a sentence. Yes, so... Oh, okay, no. Right, sorry. Okay, so what the guy's saying is basically he's using... I've been an idiot! So, we get that. We get... Blueprints are a bit weird, because you've got to understand what all the bits that are going... All the stuff on the left is the things that are going in, and all the stuff on the right is what's going out. And sometimes you've got to work backwards, and... Okay, that's weird. Because he just put in and said self. Okay, so... That's weird. That seems to have changed. There doesn't appear to be a get reference to self anymore. Interesting. It's left. Self. Okay, that's fun. So yeah, what he's essentially doing is you're gonna put a point in here, and then once it's hit there on success, we'll do another one, which will make it come back. And that's essentially baby's first pathing system, which will only really work for probably up to 3 or 4 different points. Otherwise, it starts getting insane. Right. Okay. So the get reference to self thing that this man in the tutorial is using is so. Oh, okay. Maybe if I just remove the. Maybe if I remove the context. Get ignore self saying. Get distance self. Get reference to self. Right. Cool. Oh, and apparently that just doesn't work with this pawn reference. Okay. Well, that's shit. What the fuck? What the fuck did you do? Yeah, move too. I'm using the same thing he is. Oh, is it because I use an actor and he used a fucking character? Ah, bollocks. Actor. No. This. No. Oh, that's fun. I'll at least be able to go. That's fun. At least I'll be able to get the players space out of this easily without having to bugger about with public and private variables. Oh, am I going to have to start this again? I might have to start this again. Shit. But I do have a... Okay. So we do have a bunch of variables, which is ourselves. If I just do that, if I just get that and then use that as the pawn, that doesn't fucking work. Never mind. Oh, that's just fun, isn't it? So this system isn't going to work with... This system isn't going to work with a regular actor. Simple order for pawn with AI controller. Okay, so I need to add an AI controller to this. Is that a component? It's not. Okay. Right, okay, so we're getting somewhere. Now we have progress. UE5 AI controller. Change the AI controller in A, B, and C. Okay. Okay, so let's break that link, and then go AI controller. Cast the AI controller. Trying to access objects class AI controller might be an instance of right. Fuck. Okay, I might have to. Okay. I may have to start the enemy AI again. But we're learning here. We're learning. That's the point. The whole point of this is to learn. Force delete. Kill it. And then we create a new blueprint class inheriting from character, which we're going to call enemy AI _1. Okay. That will probably serve us better in the long term anyway. At the moment, this is just a capsule collision. There is apparently a character mesh. I don't believe it though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a component which is just a sphere. I'm just going to call this body. Which I can't. Can I? Right, fine. Body. Boop. Okay, let's just smoosh it that way. Smoosh it out that way. And then smush it in that way. And yeah, that's basically... Isn't that the love interest from WALL-E? Okay, I've made the love interest from WALL-E. Apparently so. That'll do. That'll do, pig. It's good enough for government work. Right, start again. Event graph. Okay. We're learning. That's the point of this. This is the whole point, is that we are learning, and we are doing, and we will do better later. I am relearning how to use this very complicated and very powerful system. Because, yeah. I do like your comments are essentially just big boxes. Okay, so let's try again this time. Give me an AI move 2. Okay, AI move 2. Give me a pawn that is a self. Get a reference to self. Okay, that works. We have the AI controller. Okay. Right, okay. I am just going to create I'm just going to stick in an object that I'm just going to stick in a fucking basic ass volume. Right, yeah, I'm just going to stick in a basic ass volume that is just going to act as a marker. Like this is good. I'm basically just going to use this as, so we're going to call this, click on this, click on this, we go F2 and we go marker 1, and then we're going to duplicate that marker 2. Yeah, it follows the conventions, which is going to be along here. You will see that there is method in my mundanity soon. Oh fuck! I've just fucked that off through a wall. Come back here. Please unfuck yourself off. Yeah. It's also over there somehow. I don't know how I did that. It's over there now. So. Oh. Back over here. So, marker 1 and marker 2 in a. Okay. I'm just going to move this sideways. Okay, they're at least at the same height. Okay, so marker 1 and marker 2. We have those. We're going to keep those. Keep note of their locations. Because that's the important part. So we're essentially going to take those locations and take those destinations and bounce them between them. I am doing a very stupid method of learning and programming, which is I get a little bit into the tutorial until I go, all right, okay, I know what I'm doing, and then attempt to do it, because frankly, I think that way's more fun. It's messy as hell, but it's more fun. So, AI move 2. I just realized I forgot the thing. Marker. Okay, so what I should actually do is I should actually do a different thing. I should put something in the middle first, which should be, I think we have a set location. Set world origin location. Okay. Okay. Marker. Nope. I might be making this. I may be making this too complicated. I might be making this way too complicated. Fuck it. Let's go with the start simple. Start simple. Make a mess of it later. So yes, AI destination. It's going to move to marker 2. It's going to start on marker 1. So we're going with I'm just gonna move this over onto my other screen just to expedite this process a little bit. Because then I can just go whip, whip. Okay. On success, which I think it should mean when it successfully gets to that point, we should go on another AI move 2, which should be back to marker 1. Because, oh no, hang on a minute. I've done it the wrong way. Oh, fuck it, just do it the right way around. Just set it on marker 1 to start with. Who cares? Then I'll move back to marker 1. So, theoretically, this should be a big bouncy sphere. Now, there should be... God damn it. There should be a way to loop this back. I think of... Hang on, no. Break that link. Success. I think that should create a loop. That should create a loop. Sorry, I'll bring that back over here. So, what we've essentially done is, when we start, when we hit play, this referenced thing will move to this destination. And when it completes that, it will then move to this other destination. When it completes that, it should loop again and just do that forever. That's the theory. Now watch me fuck it up. Okay, that's saved there. So it's starting on marker 1 and moving to marker 2 and then back again. So we're gonna take our boy, enemy AI1, and put it here. And we're gonna take the location of marker 1 and fully just paste that motherfucker in. So this should create a... This should create a floating thing that moves back and forth. It did not. Okay. Why did it not do that? Okay, why did it not do that? So I'm gonna... Okay. Okay. I'm gonna fucking... I'm gonna fucking clear. Alright, well... When in doubt, the old programmer's fallback. We are going to go to do our print string. Thank you. Print string. Moving away. Moving to 1. So that should happen when it completes its thing. Save the thing. Okay. And I'm getting sweet Fanny Adams out of this. Okay. So it's not moving. And again, there's something there. There is something... There's some object there that I'm running into, and that's curious. You shouldn't have collision. That might be marker 1. You shouldn't have collision. Ooh, fuck it. Okay. I don't actually need the markers. Now that I've done that, I don't actually need the markers anymore. So I can just delete them. It's the question of, does that change things? Doesn't, and it also wasn't the marker I was running into. Like, that's still an invisible, solid thing that I'm running into, and I don't know what it is. And that's very annoying. That's very, very annoying. It's something that's spawning about there-ish. It's not showing up on the wireframe. Interesting! So, let's see what the actual thing says. Yeah, so he's setting up the destinations as vector points, which makes sense. Which is the smart way of what I was doing. He sets that. That's fine. Right, so now we start doing shit with nav meshes. Okay. Bollocks. I was really, really thinking we might be able to get away without that. A nav mesh bounds volume. Yeah. At the very least, scales along this way. Have I put that? No, I've put that in just the right place. So does that make it work? Of course it fucking doesn't. I need to actually watch the fucking tutorial. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's fair. Basically, just you want a fucking nav mesh, extend it out to everywhere. But also make it thinner. Move it down. And scale it. Just keep scaling it out. That should be navigable surface across this entire area. Oop. Across this entire area. Okay. Okay, interesting. So I think I need to simplify what I've done. Let's kill that. Start doing the smart thing and create a 0.1 vector variable. And, you know, also learn to spell. 0.1. So it'll aim for 0.1. Compile the blueprint, please. And this is going to be... No, that's the Z value. We don't want that. I think it was like 2500 on the X, and then I don't bloody know. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck are you right now? You're at 2500 and 1130. So we just want you running in a straight line. To 1080. We want you start at 2500. Start at 2500 and move to 1080. Okay, so that should be saved and compiled. My problem might actually have been that I was not compiling the blueprints. That might have been my entire issue. Except it clearly wasn't, because Laughing Boy here just isn't playing ball. That's weird. That's very weird. Huh. Okay, it is a... So that is a character. So it should be inheriting all the shit from character. Flies. Interesting. Should be inheriting all the shit from character, which means it should be able to inherently move. Move a bit closer so we can sort of see if it does start running at us. Oh! Bloody hell. Let's put it on the ground, where the nav mesh actually happens. I'm going to scale the nav mesh up a tad. Let's maybe do this where I can actually see the fucking boundaries of it. Yeah, let's move the nav mesh up a tad. So it's covering this entire area in case I want anyone to go up them ramps. So that might actually have been our problem, was that it was floating in the air above the bloody nav mesh. Okay, that wasn't our problem. I guess fuck us then. I guess fuck me then. Right, because you're... With movable mobility. Interesting. It's interesting. Right, okay. Because he's got an AI controller. He's got an AI controller. But it's still there. And it's still not moving. What are these currently attached to? Please? What is your parent object? Okay, that's probably the one for the... 200, 200, right, so that's the what, so it's in the same place as the enemy AI. 21, 11, 30, 90, 21, 11, 30, 90, yeah. What the fuck? Oh, I think I've missed something. I think I've absolutely missed something. Probably in the character setup. He was just doing setup, animation, blah, 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 blah. Did he miss a component? Did I miss a component? Because he got character meshes sitting on the ground. Compiled. All I did was give him that. Is that what's fucking us up? That I gave it a... A noticeable body? No, it can't be. Can't be. Yeah, so we did it. We did the AI move too. See, because I gave it a stat. Okay, he's movable though. So it's not because it's a static mesh. What the fuck? See if we make it fly. See if that makes a bloody bit of difference. Okay. Right, so was that a nav mesh bounds volume, or was it a different thing? Have I put down the wrong nav mesh? No, I'm using the right nav mesh. It's not showing up the same way his is. Oh, is this an ordering thing? I don't know. I don't know. Get that out of that folder. Am I thick? Am I missing something? Oh. So he's setting up the nav mesh, covering the whole area. And so your man should be zipping to the assigned point. I've definitely missed something. Because we're starting on the Mixamo thing. New folder. Brings in the animation. Put the animation. Yada yada yada. Maybe it's because I... Right, do I have to do something with this? Huh? Fuck it, make it a basic mannequin. Remove that, because that, I think, is probably a problem. Bring that down. This is usually what I think of as default Unreal Man. So we're going to use default Unreal Man for the minute. Put him on the ground and set that up, because that's the only thing I can see so far that's doesn't have an animation class. We're not bothering with that. Put it on the ground. We're good. It's the only issue I can... That's the only thing I can see that's the problem. Right, I'm gonna... Right. And look at him. He's just there. He's just T-posing. He's big. Bloody hell. There's a big boy. These guys did all that scaling. He's about that big. Just scale him down a little. Whoop. And set him on the floor. So he should just be. He's not got any animation. So he should just be sliding towards us. The fuck? So there's the Pancraft. Yeah, we do the whole event. We do the whole AI thing. Have I got to build something to make the nav mesh behave itself? Nav mesh not working. Okay. So, how do you use now? It's simply not appearing. Nav mesh P. I don't know. Bucket if I know what's going on there. Yeah, interesting. It's because it's supposed to be encompassing this whole thing. Usually what happens when you drag a nav mesh onto something is all the stuff that's getting navigated on goes green. That hasn't happened. So I am choosing to believe that the problem is with the nav mesh and not with the tiny amount of coding I have done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off and on again. Which is the sort of the usual go-to if something isn't working. Just turn it off and on again. So I'm going to start the Unreal Editor and rebuild my stuff. I'm just gonna put my face on the screen while I'm doing this, so that y'all can't see what I'm doing. All my shit. Jesus, right. Oh god. Yeah, sometimes you're just gonna break the whole thing down and rebuild it. Oh. Okay. Okay, you're complaining at me again. New plugins are available. I don't care. I don't know what it is. It always readjusts my layout. 'Cause I'm wanting to get like a little bit of the wireframe here. Then mostly the main viewport here. Okay. So. Show me the nav mesh. Okay. Did that fix it? No. No, it did not. Oh, piss. Yes, open the thing. Okay, so that's fun. That's really fun. Oh, God. What is it with this? What is the problem with the nav mesh? Huh. Again, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, oh, the problem is the nav mesh. I'm sorry. Okay. This is a nav mesh. It's a navigation mesh designed to set up whether an entity, an AI, can use it to navigate the level. So why does it have a little box that says can ever affect navigation unticked by default? Why? Why you do this to me? What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna laugh really hard if that's what's fixed this. Okay, I don't think it's fixed it. Okay, it hasn't fixed it. But still, that seems like one of those things that should be on by default. Because what the shit? It should, of course, it should affect navigation. It's a nav mesh. That's its one thing. Okay, so the nav mesh bounds volume is fully just not working. And I don't know why. I've looked at this tutorial, which is admittedly a year old, but it is still UE5. So, and all the comments are people just going like, holy shit, this is great. So, I'm choosing to believe that it's something in the engine that is not behaving itself, and the main component there would be the nav mesh. So, easy steps. Okay, so yes, you add a nav mesh bounds volume. Okay. Fit around the area you want the AI to be able to navigate. Okay. Right, so now that the nav mesh is created, press P to see it fully visualized. Okay, that's not happening. I'm supposed to press P. And, okay, there we go. That's looking positive. Were you just not instanced correctly? No, you were not. Fuck. Okay. Da 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 da. Yes. Okay. This is all very useful stuff, but it's... Okay. This is just not working. So it's definitely a character. Doesn't have a static body in it anymore. It's not a problem. It's movable. It's definitely movable. I don't know what the hell... I don't know what the hell the problem could be. There's going to be something that isn't ticked in here. That is... that is going to be just the thing that makes this work. And I don't get why it's not working. Because I'm going to be really hacked off. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get really hacked off if the answer is in the animation. Because if it's just not moving because I didn't put an animation on the character, I'm going to be really pissed off because that's a really stupid way of doing things. That's things. This is giving me a page from CouchLearn, which is just giving me a okay. Here's how you move to random locations. It's all explaining it very correctly, and it's all the stuff I've done, except it's adding random locations rather than a point. And it should all be fine. So it's just not wanting to... I do not get that. it's because I put point. Maybe it's because point 1 has a value, a positive value in the z-axis. Maybe that's it, and it's freaking out because it's like, oh, it's trying to fly. Oh no. Maybe that's it. No, that's not it. Right, NVR1, right? So let's give it its point here. Bit it's aiming for is, again, I'm just going to expedite this a little bit. It's aiming for this point that it's at, that I've just put it here. Okay, and then I'll move it back. Now, I've just been moving it on the X. And the bugger's on the floor. On the nav mesh. Should be working just fine. You see, he's up to his ankles in the swamp water here. So he should be able to walk along that. I don't get why he's not doing that. Hey! Now he's moving! Something was wrong with the point. Something was wrong with the point. I don't fucking know what. Something stupid happened. And I don't know what was wrong. But I'm just going to change the point again. And way comes sliding at us. And then stops. Okay. Now let's see if my little dumbass loop works. Okay, we're getting places. Fuck, that took me... Oh, that took me 20 minutes. That took me way too long. Okay, let's go with... Let's get a delay in here. Can I not just put in a delay? Yes, put in a delay. Okay, duration. Let's go with 2 seconds. And when that is completed, we do another AI move 2. Which we create another variable, which is going to be 0.2. That should work. 0.2, whap it there, get 0.2, whap it in there. Bob is your uncle. Again, this should be the same pawn. Just gonna connect it there, just to make sure. If it doesn't work, I'll create another one and see if it behaves itself. Yeah. 0.2 will be 0.1 with the same y coordinate because we're just doing a straight line. We're just doing it straight in line. Same y coordinate, and let's just put it 2000 on the x. We're all 0 on the z's. We're all zetting it to 0. And then on success, run to another delay. Again, 2 seconds, and then when that's completed, I'm sure there's a right. Okay, break link. I'm sure there's a nicer way of doing that where it doesn't look quite so messy. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do at all. I'm not trying to place a new node. I'm trying to move this one. Okay, let's just Control-Z all of that. It's a reroute node. So I'm just going to put this up here. That looks really twisty. But I've essentially made a time delay loop there. And if this works, it will be very funny. So, throw the thing. Back a little bit. He moves to there. Couple of seconds pass. Again, it's too many seconds to have passed. Okay. Like I said, it would be funny if it worked first time. Let's put a print in here. String hit point 1. And then put a print string in here of hit point 2. Okay, so those are always checks. When in doubt, just get your thing to print something to the console, and that'll hopefully give you a sort of like a testing thing where it's like, okay, this is where the problem is, because code always executes sequentially. So yeah, runs down. Just realized that I did that without opening up the output log. So it gets to there. Thank you. Good to know that Shift F1 gives me that back. Okay, so normally, if I remember correctly, Unreal prints stuff to like the up here to the like sort of top left or top right of the viewport. So we're not hitting the success of this. So we're not actually shit. Okay. So we're not actually hitting this point. Interesting. So I'm going to make that a 1 second delay, and I don't know why I didn't. Just because that'll make things literally 100% quicker. Okay, let's go back to our tutorial man. To create that. Okay, I've moved it back at a point. I've moved it to the point to where he's creating the man mesh, so I'm going to sit through this again. Well, I can fix his speed, and I can fix his rotation later. I don't really give a damn about that at the moment. Yum. Okay. Okay, so the using the same pawn should work fine. He is actually... Okay, so this guy has essentially done exactly the same thing I've done, except without the loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if it's the loop that's making things break. And see if that makes it shit itself less. I'll just run this. So he hits there, goes boing. Is he actually at the right point? Okay, so he's not. I think it might be the... Okay, it might be the delay that is causing the issue. Let's simplify. Let's stop doing all the funny bollocks. On success, move 2. Which means he should bounce from the first one to the second one. And then... So he should run there. And then he should run back. Interesting. Interesting that hasn't happened. Okay. Right. Silly buggers. Is that on the nav mesh? Have I to find a point that's off the nav mesh? No, of course I bloody haven't, because he's actually not, because what I'm aiming for is 2000, which is about there. So he should be going boing, and then boing. Maybe set him there. Doing. And then should immediately go back. Again, right, I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. Because we're not getting that success point. So what I'm going to do is... Yeah, I'm going to move it a little to the side. And because I think the fact that it almost immediately runs into the player might be part of the problem. I'm going to give it 1,000 on the Y each side. And see if that gets it to behave. There, and then back. Yeah, it's him hitting the player. That's the problem, because yeah. Okay, so it was the fact that he was hitting the player that was the issue. So now, I'm going to try my silly bastard loop again. Which should hopefully mean he just goes pinging back and forth forever. Yeah! And that, my friends, is how you do pathing AI. If you're an idiot. Okay. That is the main base structure of our AI movement. Now, if he hits me, he still goes on his loop. He just bends around me a bit. So we collide. Okay. Okay. So we have our enemy movement. What time is it? It's close now. I've got about an hour left. So I can adjust his speed and whatnot later at another time. And I can give him a collision that kills me. The thing that we need to... The thing that's going to be hard is the getting him to spot me. After that, it's going to be on this event, divert to this part of the graph, which shouldn't be too hard. The real question is, can I clone him and get different results? Because if I go enemy AI1 and go there, and then edit that, it's the same blueprint every time. It's the same blueprint every time. Okay. Actually, is it? So we're on enemy AI2. So this goes to... Let's give this one 1,400 on the Y each time. Let me check. Let's check enemy AI1. Ah, okay. Okay, this isn't going to work. Yeah, because they're both going to the same spot and then bouncing back and forth. Okay. So, what I'm going to have to do is create a further class that inherits from enemy AI1, which is going to inherit all of its movement shit. So we now need to be very careful what we put in enemy AI1, because all of that's going to get passed down. It's like, for those of you who don't understand coding, think of it like this. It's a bit like genetic herpes or being Catholic. You inherit it'll start somewhere at the top and it'll just go all the way down throughout the family tree. Jesus. Can you tell I've been attempting to write my stage comedy again? So let's get rid of number 2. Let's just work on 1 for now and build that. So I can get them looping on the same path. Does it work if I stick in a delay? Can we see if I can get the delays back in? So let's go delay. Give me a delay of, that's 10 seconds. Give me a delay of 1 second. And then you give me a delay of 1 second. No, there should be on success that goes there, not that. Because that'll cause problems. Then that's completed, that goes to there. So that is essentially the loop we had before. But let's see if it works this time with the y-axis stuff. Okay? Everybody with me so far? I'm just going to reset that to 1,000. Just keep this in the thousands, just to make it easier. Pilot. Save it. Sort it. Okay, so 1. Okay, that means that we can create a point where the enemy will move to a point, look around, and then come back. If I can add a rotation to that delay. That's the theory, at least. That's kind of your basic stealth AI. So now we now need to have him seeing shit. Because also he is rotating of his own accord. He is currently rotating of his own accord on a rail. And that's weird. Whoa! Interesting. Oh. Stop running. Put my music back on. So, this has actually been a remarkably productive time. We've got our character, we've got the beginnings of an AI, of an enemy AI, and we've got their movement. So we can do a lot of good stuff with this. So I'm going to just drop a like on that and stick it in a playlist. Yeah, other little piece of game dev suggestion. When you do find a tutorial video made by some very kind person on the internet, you put that shit in a playlist and you give that person all the engagement that the YouTube algorithm might be desiring, because you can get some good shit out of that. I'm not actually sure if I want to keep going beyond this, because I've done a thing. Do I want to work to the job or to the clock? Because Because I'm not sure how much I actually want to do more than that, because if I do any more than that, it's going to start getting into more complicated stuff. Tell you what, let's stick a volume on it. Let's do the collision kill stuff. Let's do the let's do the collision kill stuff. So let's see if I can get a reference to player character. Okay. Okay, so if the cast fails, I'm going to stick in a little print string that says we fucked up. And then if it doesn't fail, we're going to go we don't fuck up. Nope. Log string. Am I getting print string and log string mixed up? I'm kind of hoping I'm not. So, right, let's fire that up. So. Okay. Did we get a... Okay, again, this is one of those things of, I actually don't know quite how it works, because what we need to do is we need to get the... We've got the overlap, which is basically your collision event. When this actor overlaps another actor, okay, so actually I might need a hit event. Components of both this and the other actor must have be generated overlap events set to true to generate overlap events. Okay, so let's just kill all of that for a second. Just put that back. Make sure that the player has... Fuck it, what was it? B, generate overlap events set to true. Let's make sure that's done first, because otherwise we're going to be here all day tearing our hair out. Generate overlap events true. Okay. That's okay. We're all good. Okay. Okay, so that should be alright. I'm flagging a little. Oh, hey, Victor. Yeah, I'm just working on a thing. And I have not touched the Unreal Engine in 7 years, so I am very much out of my depth here. Oh, so I'm just gently banging my head on things. So that and AI. Show me your collisions. Nope, show me your collisions. Generate overlap events. Okay, so you are generating overlap events. We're good. Unless I have to do that in the meshes. I'm not sure. Oh, nope, that's a new event graph. I don't want that. Nope. Don't want a new event graph. God. On hit. On collision. Hit. Event hit. Okay. Okay. Execute. I don't speak JavaScript. I'm sorry, I don't get it. But also, oh god, booleans of with multiple things on them. Jesus. Right. Unreal. Okay. UE5 event hit. Because I have no idea how this works. So show me the documentation. Okay. When this actor bumps into a blocking object or blocks another actor that bumps into it. Yep, that seems like I'm looking for. Okay, that's not actually any use. Fuck. So this is probably cast the capsule component. Ugh. Oh god, I am actually flagging quite badly. My energy has just dropped. Let's see. Do I have an editor? Because at the moment, instead of setting up a kill thing, I just want to do a quick exit editor. Oh gods. God. Blueprints. Okay. Yeah, fuck it, quick game. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So, if I'm right, this should... Our man who is running up and down, if we run into him, this should either quit the editor or just crash. Again, I don't know what this fucking invisible object is. Okay, that worked! Fuck, that actually worked! I didn't expect that to work. I fully expected that to just crash the game. I fully expected that to just crash the entire editor. Never expect anything to work the first time. It breeds complacency. Alright. Alright. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. So, yeah. We have a kill state. I really don't want to start setting up the vision thing tonight, because that is... Admittedly, I've gone way further than I thought I would. But, yeah, if we start setting up the vision thing of see person, chase person, that's going to take ages and probably involve some complex math that I definitely am not awake enough for. Because I decided I was going to do this shit in the evening, not on company time. So... What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, God. I'm not actually sure what to do next. I'm not sure what else should be done. Because we've got, this is our little enemy guy who is just going to T-pose us to death. And I might run some... I don't really want to do any kind of level design stuff at the moment. I really can't be bothered doing that just now. But I might do it. But I'm going to do it another time. Do it on another one of these streams. I'm trying to think, what else? What do we need? Because we need to do... The sight thing is kind of, unfortunately, the linchpin of it. Because if he can see... Basically, the logic boils down to is, like, if he can see us and he runs into us, we die. But if he can't see us and he runs into us, or we run into him, we capture him and pick him up, and then he follows behind, and then they follow behind us in a big chain. Snake, as in snake. But all of that starts becoming complicated and bollocksy. I'm just bloody glad I got the nav mesh to work, to be honest. I'll tell you what I might try and do for the next little while. It's finicky as shit. I might try and set up a few of these and see if I can do the the parenting thing. So let's go in the bad. So let's go. Give me a new blueprint class, which inherit from. Okay, all classes. Current inherit from enemy AI 1. Enemy AI underscore generic. I've done that the wrong way round. Oh, a top-down stealth game where you... sorry. Imagine if Snake was a stealth game. It's basically the elevator pitch on this. It's a project I made back in university, originally in Unity. And it's... I do want to start calling it Metal Gear Solid Snake, because that's a very apt title. But it's basically top down, go around a level, recapture these robots, how they'll follow you in a trail, deposit. The more of them you deposit in one go, the higher score you get. That's the basic. That can be adapted out into a bunch of stuff. I'm mostly just doing this as keep the skills and proof of concept. As you've noticed, I tend to ramble a lot when I haven't got an actual answer. Yeah, content draw. So, okay, right. So this is all the stuff that happens when the parent begins play. And we're not getting any details from that. Okay, so we're not getting any of the access to... okay. That's a good question, actually. Yeah, that's a good question. Can I set the points in the editor? Just fucking... There's a whole bunch of extraneous bollocks that comes with the character class. And I'm just gonna shut it all the fuck up. Okay. Okay, so the real question is, okay, so I've got... Right, so we've got your basic transforms, and we've got the animation stuff. So what is the points variable attached to, and can I access it from the editor? So if I can access from the editor, then that's not a problem. I don't actually need to do the inheritance thing. I can just make one version and copy it. Because they should essentially all be the same. They essentially all are going to behave the same, at least to start with. So, I need to get access to... Can I set the points as a... Okay, let's make those public. And compile the fuckers. Okay. Okay, so I can edit the points. So if I get another one, I go there, and we get the same point there. We get. I've just suddenly realised that this might be about to go somewhat tits up. So let's give you 1400s on the y-axis. Because I've just realised that the collision thing didn't specify whether or not it collides with the player. The XYZ location of the actor. I mean the points. Basically, because you've missed the first couple of hours. We've set up some enemies and we've basically given them 2 points that they're going to just bounce between at the moment as the beginning of pathing AI. And I'm editing the points that they would be the XYZ locations of the points that they would be moving between. And I'm checking to see if I can do it on instances or if I'm going to have to make a whole blueprint extra class. But also I've just realized because I set up that whole collision crashes the thing out, but didn't define it as collision with the player, I'm pretty sure if I set this up and it runs into a wall, it'll kill itself. It'll kill the editor. So, let's give it a try! Okay, so it does work on instances, it's fine. And let's just quit out the editor the fun way. Right. Now, let's see if this... Now, I don't know if the nav mesh will sort this, so it's not going to run into walls. But let's see if this shits itself. Okay, the nav mesh seems to have sorted that, so it went around the corner. That's fine. I should probably still define it as collision with the player. Can I do that? Okay. Right, what's the name of the bloody blueprint? What's the bloody blueprint that the player character is using? Because the player character is the object. And it's just a character object. It's just a character object. Right. Okay. So... Right. Input. Right. I'm gonna put that in the good. Yeah. Okay, never mind. So, BP third person character. This can fuck off. This is supposed to be the other thing we hit. So, okay. I'm going to have to create a variable that is... Oh, good God, no. Put it away, put it away. Object types. Okay, am I going to have to set this at... Am I going to have to create this... Okay, so we create an object reference. Let's rename that and call it player. Fuck it. So one of the things that's going to have to happen is, okay, set that at the start, and then do the AI movement. Okay, let's just move this all down and start commenting on hit when seen, because that's going to be the basis of this. This is going to be when the guy this is what's going to happen to you while you're being seen. So I'm going to have to stick a thing in the middle here that's like checks your scene variable, like checks have we seen the player. So this player third person character object is probably going to be very useful. Oh. Okay. So I need to set that. But in order to set that, I need to get a reference to this. Okay. Okay, that should set that. And then just set that down to cast failed. Is this printed on screen or... Okay, so that is currently still printing to the screen. All right. Okay. That brings that up to there. Oh no. Break that. It's meant to break. That's meant to be nothing. Okay. Okay, I'm now... Okay, I'm now getting confused. Okay, I think I've done this wrong. That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Just get that back in. Get stuck into the movement. Because this would be... Give me an if. I just want a fucking if statement, mate. Okay, that's going to be a... Okay, that's going to be a really fun branch. No. How the fuck do I get an if statement out of... Is it a fork? Is it a branch? Is it bollocks? No. Give me blueprint branches. Don't want to create a fucking... Yeah, it is supposed to be a bloody branch statement. Except it's here. Except it's not there. So we cast the cat. So this, it goes to the capsule to check it. And then it goes to the branch. And the condition is... So what I'm thinking is, what... Tell me if I'm crazy. So what I'm thinking is, you do your collision here. Don't know why I'm pointing with my finger. You do collision here. We get the reference to the thing here. We get the reference to the other object. Because that's the component. Because that's the component of the thing of the enemy. Get that. Check if it's the player's. Check if it's the player's collider. Set a boolean, and if that boolean is true, then bam. And then false, we just do nothing. That logic should track. It's just whether or not I can actually get that to work. Okay. So we get gang to transform. Okay. Oh, piss. I'm actually sure what I'm trying to do here. How am I checking if I'm colliding with the right thing? Get that's your movement. That's your setting on collision overlap. Fucking Jesus. That's getting into some spaghetti code. Okay, that's a forum post that is just going down. Okay. So that's probably more what I'm looking for. Custom collisions. Custom collision channels. Okay. Yep, this is more than I'm willing to handle right now. Bollocks. Bollocks to it. Yeah, this is absolutely more than I'm willing to handle. I don't know why, but my energy has just passed out. But you know what? We have done a thing. I have done some level of creativity today, and I think I can call that a win. So I'm probably going to call the stream here. So yeah, Chris and I will be back. Chris and I and everyone will be still on Monday for City of Mist. And I'm planning to do these every either Wednesday or Friday, probably Wednesday, so that people can, come in and hang out. They're more likely to, because, Friday night, people want to go outside because it's summer. I might be doing this, I might be writing, or if I am too fried for any of that, then I will probably be continuing my playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 2. Because that's how I relax and regain energy. And it'll be nice if people want to hang out with that. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to slope off and probably actually go and have some actual dinner. Yeah, thanks. Bye-bye.